Hang on. Mark in Allentown has a comment. Hello, Mark.
Hey, Glenn. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'll probably be seeing you tomorrow, maybe, if I pick up your book.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Well, I am a conservative artist. Well, I consider artist. I'm really struggling business person. But after 4 years of going to college, graduating with an art degree, what I find in the art world, if you want to make it, you have to BS people into considering what you're selling is worthwhile. You basically have to be a used car salesman selling a lemon if you want to get by in the art world. I don't think people care about what's good anymore. Well,
this is what we were talking about, the 1963 communist goals.
All part of a plan.
Yeah. And listen to this.
There were 45 goals, and goals number 22 and 23 were these: continue discrediting American culture by degrading all forms of artistic expression. Has that not happened?
Mm-hmm.
An American communist cell was told to eliminate all good sculpture from parks and buildings, substitute shapeless, awkward, and meaningless forms. We see that all the time. That's almost all we see, as a matter of fact. There's no beauty in art anymore.
You'll see like a couple of steel beams that have been painted, and then they put them awkwardly in the middle of the park, and everybody's like, "Oh, that is so beautiful." What?
I know, and you don't get it. And
what is the point of that?
Number 23, control art critics and directors of art museums. The plan is to promote ugliness, repulsive, and meaningless art. And it's exactly what has happened. That's why something that is just a paintbrush splattering can sell for $140 million.
Here's the thing.
People don't know any better.
If people were, if people were being honest at these art museums, they would say, like, I go to the MoMA. I took our company to the MoMA, the Metropolitan or the Museum of Modern Art here in New York. And I took my kids there, and then I went back and I took our art department there. And I said, I just want to go and show you a couple of things, because a lot of it is crap, but some of this stuff is something that we should look at, because it makes you think, it expands your mind. But the people in the museums, they'll tell you that everything is great. Oh, this is brilliant. You can't tell me that where everything is interpreted, that you walk through an art museum and you say, oh, this is great. You can't tell me that somebody at these museums don't walk through and just say, this is a piece of crap. This is just splatters. That's all that is. Mm-hmm. You might like the big, metal beams out in the middle of the park and say, oh, I understand that and I like that and it appeals to me, whatever. But there's nothing in modern art that come on. They're running a flim-flam show. $140 million. And why? Because the elites tell you it's good, and then they make up. I mean, do you know that the people were making fake Pollocks, and so they had to go back and study how he made it and what his splatter patterns really were. How much money did they spend on that?
Was there rhyme and reason to the splatter pattern?
Apparently so. They can tell which ones are real and which ones aren't.
Wow.
I mean, a monkey could do that.
Yeah.
A monkey could do that.
Absolutely.
And if you get the right people to say that that's brilliant, it's brilliant. There's no such thing as rhyme or reason anymore. It is really, I think the artwork world was the beginning of the death of common sense. Mm-hmm. We did a deal last night on art because of this guy who painted a painting of Obama and said, I had no intention. Oh, yes, you did. I had no intention of making it look like Jesus. That was comparing him to Jesus. Really? Then why'd you put the crown of thorns and put him in the crucifixion? Why do you call it the crucifixion of Obama? You didn't think of the Jesus? Please. How dumb do we have to be? That's fine. If that's what he wants to do, and if he wants to sell it, he can sell it all he wants. But as we're looking at everything, last night on the show, there was we did something from Picasso's Blue Period. Ugh. And I think he was blue because the face was right. I still keep putting the nose right where it belongs. I don't have an ear where an eye should be. I'm so blue. He got worse in his career. Mm-hmm. Peter Max, who's a very, very famous modern artist, that a contemporary of Warhol. He is a photographic artist. He can make something look exactly like a photograph. You can't tell the difference between a photograph and his paintings.
That's amazing. Now, see, that's amazing artist. That takes skill. That takes artistry and skill and a lot of time and effort. Throwing splatterings on a canvas does not. But then he went away from that, right?
Oh, yeah, because he couldn't make any money.
Yeah.
And he started doing all kinds of, just like a green stripe and then a red splatter at the top and calling it a flower. And the people in the art world were like, that is one of the greatest things I've ever seen.
Wow.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I mean, it is the denigration of our common sense. How many people do you know? I mean, look, I have nothing wrong with modern art. I really don't. Whatever. I don't care. But can we at least be honest about it? And who is telling us that these are... We go to these museums and like little sheep, we go in and we say, I don't understand it, but this is supposedly fabulous. No. It's a bunch of eggheads getting together saying, that's the greatest thing ever. And if you don't like it, well, you're just too dumb to understand it. Well, I think we should turn that around. I'm sorry, but if you're uncomfortable where you're paying the bill in that little place with all the great art in Cracker Barrel, well, you're just too dumb to understand it. The stuff that you buy at Cracker Barrel is crap. The stuff in the museums is crap. If you happen to like it, great. It doesn't make you dumb for not understanding Cracker Barrel, and it doesn't make you dumb for not understanding what's in the museum. Why do we lose this fight? Why do we give up on this fight? Why do we allow these elites to tell us exactly who we are? Shut up. Oh, well, I went to the Academy of the Cistern, you know. Oh, did you? That's fantastic.
Doesn't sound like the attitude that the 100th most important person in art should have. I mean, I think you're being a little dismissive here.
I'm the rebel of the bunch. See, that's why I'm number 100 because I'm the rebel.